Well, today is the big day. I'm getting ready. I'm a little nervous, but I'll be okay. Oh, if you don't know, I'm part of a group called Opening Hearts and Minds, and we have our first event today. It's going to be about programming and who you were before they told you who you were. Like before they told you were beautiful or ugly or smart or dumb. Who are you really? So I'm gonna be one of the speakers, and I'm gonna do a little poem with spoken word, and then the rest is gonna come from the heart. So yeah, we're gonna see how that goes. So I did everything, but I forgot to wear like a pea coat or something. So I'm gonna walk up in there looking ghetto at first until I. Yeah. Fuck it. Yeah. You know, she gotta come in here and be all motherly and stuff. She said, "No, that hair ain't looking right." I said, "You gonna gel it and stuff?" She said, "Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do."
Damn right. I'm gonna gel it till I can't. We'll give you a facelift instant.
Why is it sounding like an apple? Like I'm biting. You better be nice to my hair.
Sounds crispy.
God damn it! I'm not.
Stop it.
Oh goddamn!
That's okay.
Hurry up, woman! I gotta get out of here.
Where's your sponge?
Where you put it?
There you go. Over here.
Did you just bite my hair and spit it out? Yo, she is so disrespectful. This is craziness. Cut your lip. You should have let me bust it then. No homo. Well, that's not homo, but y'all know what I mean. Pause. Alright. The one thing I hate about like getting out of the house late is like now you're rushing. Now you got anxiety. Now you just if I had just done what I told myself I would do, which is get out of the house 30 minutes early, this would not be a problem. But I don't always listen to myself. I would say 70% of the time, 60. I don't listen to myself, and that's the problem. We are programmed long before we learn how to choose, before thought, before language. The world writes on us. Our mothers, our teachers, our friends, our brothers and sisters. They hand us mirrors, and we mistake those mirrors for truth. You're quiet. You're loud. You're smart. You're lazy. You're just like your father. You're nothing like your father. And piece by piece, we become what they've seen, not what we see. We live inside their reflections, chasing approval, avoiding rejection, forgetting that somewhere under all that noise, there was once a blank page. But what if I can see myself again, not as the image they built, not through the filters of memory and judgment, but through fresh lenses? Can I look at myself and not flinch? Can I look at you and not measure? Can I look at the world and not divide it into right and wrong, good and bad, me versus them? What if truth isn't a statement, but a moment? A moment when I finally see without the program running. See, the program runs deep. It tells me who I'm supposed to be, how I'm supposed to love, what success looks like, how to suffer quietly, how to pretend. It shapes the way I walk into a room, the way I shrink when someone raises their voice, the way I question if I'm enough, when no one actually said I wasn't. Every thought a command line, every emotion an echo, every dream filtered through somebody else's code. We say we're free, but most of us never update the software. We just keep running the same script over and over again, holding it. Say we're free, but most of us never update the software. We just keep running the same script over and over again, holding it light. But here's the thing. Unlearning doesn't mean forgetting. It means remembering who you are before you were told who to be. It sits in silence long enough to hear your real voice. It's forgiving the ones who wrote on you because they were programmed too. It's seeing the world as it is, not as a threat, not as a scoreboard, but as something alive, breathing, waiting for you to notice it again. So I ask myself, can I see myself without judgment? Can I see others without the stories I've attached to them? Can I see the world through fresh lenses? Not the lenses of fear, pride, or pain, but truth. Because maybe that's what freedom really is. Not escaping the program, but learning how to wake up inside of it. Where the success comes from and where the growth comes from. Because what I want to do is smoke. What I don't want to do is improve on my poetry right there in the moment. What I don't want to do is improve my art. I want to smoke, I want to play the game. I might want to, go loud and talk to girls, let's just say, or something. But the thing I don't want to do is what I should do. And the thing I want to do is what I should deny myself of. It's dying to myself so I can live, basically.
If I can add, hi, over here. What is going on here? Okay. So just to build on what you said before and this one, because they are connected. There is a reason why we all got here today, right? So whatever choices you guys made, maybe let's say a year ago, or whenever the group was formed and you've been there from the beginning, that's how you got here today. Whatever choices you made a year or two ago, or maybe 6 months ago, you said you want to have more community. You've got your community. So we don't know each other. We're all just kind of here on happenstance, but not really. This was a choice. It was a choice made before. So when you're trying to figure out how to love yourself, or if you're trying to figure out how to love the world you're in, like from a grateful standpoint of view, I think it helps to remember that when you make the choice to evolve, because I personally wouldn't say that. I think it's more of an evolution, because that's what we naturally do. When you make a choice to evolve and you say, I want to focus on developing.
And I heard of something while watching my thinking, observing thought. I had known that I was conditioned to look at life through a certain lens. Matter of fact, I just had cataract surgery. I could see so clear out of this eye, things that was looking so dark and so bright. So I didn't know I was looking through a lens that was given to me, that, like he said, told me who I was. I'm so glad today to know that lens isn't who I am. That I can look, we can look in a fresh way. And Omar is talking about some of those things, looking at life and as though you're looking at things for what happened here. So me watching television, Brady Bunch, Partridge Family, all of those shows that told me what's beauty, that told me right? And I believe, like, I remember when I was going to the doctor, like, walking in the doctor's office, and if I see a white doctor, it feels good. If I see a black doctor, that's just the way my conditioning was from watching all of these shows, because you didn't see black doctors. You know what I'm saying? And the last thing is this, okay, this is how people say it is. Okay, so they had this doll, they had these dolls, a black doll and a white doll, and they had these little kids. And they see little black. they said, and this was his first, right? And they said, show me the ugly dog. Black kid pointed to the black dog. They said, show me the stupid dog. The black kid pointed to the black dog. They said, show me the dog that looks like that. And he pointed to the black dog. That's conditioned. And that's the way I was conditioned. I was conditioned to see myself as less than, not enough. And those messages still stick within me. But I'm just a little more aware that it's just a message, it's just a recording, but it seems so damn real. And it keeps me separated from others. You know, so is it possible that we can be, I'm not saying anybody else here has condition, but it's possible that I can be aware and it's just a message and it's not the truth. It's not who I am. It's just something that's been given to me from television, society, from the neighborhood. You know, is it possible to be aware?
I understand where you're coming from and stuff. I grew up with life.
You know, but once you make peace with things from time to time, as you was mentioning, even the sleep, you feel better. What I say about sleep, the brain said, if you don't let me sleep, I won't let you sleep. When you have all that anxiety and it's all wide up in there, you're not going down. And it's rough. And you want to go down, and you're overwhelmed, you're exhausted, and you're tired, and you can't go down. You're thinking about things like the thoughts for me and this girl, because I was ready to do Fort Greene lean on that ass. Don't you take my project and all the work that I did. I know the Avenue Kings and Queens raised me. I learned how to shoot a gun off the roof at the age of 5 on 117 and 102. So I'm a child gangster. What makes you think you can take something from me? You know, but I calm that beast down. Calm down, beast. I don't want you to come to the circle. Because I know how to handle my beast. I know how to relax. I know how to calm me down without nobody else having. Y'all better hold me back. I can hold me back myself. Like I said, I learned from the comment how to respond to things. Because I could have just wilded out on the whole company. You know, that's what I wanted to do. Like you said, you know what you wanted to do. I ain't even giving them the time and the space because I already know that they're going to have to come back to me.
That's what I'm talking about.
To get through another hoop that they need me in my, there you go, you know. So I'm not even going to give them the energy and the space. I'm just thanking God that He got me this far. You know, a couple of weeks I'll be 60. I'm just thankful and I'm happy, I'm high-spirited. I wanted to come here and meet you all, and I'm so glad that I did. I took the right direction, I took the right path. I'm here with you and all the rest of you.
And hearing that, I wonder, well, what's this idea of perfect that we have? Is that not lie?
Yes. 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 Yes.
And it tortures me, I can tell you that.
Yeah, perfectly and perfect.
You're like, what? I was looking at perfection. What is that besides just a made-up concept in my head? And it still tortures me, though. So I haven't found a way out.
Well, it's great that you spoke with us. Great, because I was sitting there,
Get it from this.
and when this Twilight was on, right, they would have showed nobody's face. And there was a woman whose face was wrapped up. And she said, "Oh, Doc, oh, please, Doc, I hope that this operation works." They said, "You don't know. You don't know. Please, Doc, please." And then next thing you know, they start. And I'm like, they're laughing, and I'm like, oh God, who's going to deal with this lady later? Because they know the way she looks. And I'm like, oh God. They taking it off, looking. When they took it off, they still didn't show the face. Nobody's face. She screamed, "Ah, Doc, it didn't work." Oh God. And looking to see, it was this blonde hair, blue-eyed woman. And then they show doctors here, eye up here, ear up here. I mean, so check it out. In that society, beauty, perfection, is the ear, the eye, so is that what happened here? So me watching television, Brady Bunch, Family, all of those shows that told me what's beauty, that told me how I should be, right? And I believed it. Like, I remember when I was going to the doctor's, like walking the doctor office, and if I see a white doctor, good. If I see a black doctor, that's just the way my conditioning was of watching all of these shows, because you didn't see black doctors. You know what I'm saying? And the last thing is this is how deep they say that. They said they had this dog, they had these dogs, a black dog and a white dog, and they had these little kids. And they said, little black dogs. And they said, and this was an experiment, right? And they said, show me the ugly dog. Black kid pointed to the black dog. They said, show me the stupid dog. The black kid pointed to the black dog. They said, show me the dog that looks like me. And he pointed to the black dog. That's conditioning. And that's the way I was conditioned. I was conditioned to see myself as less than, not enough. And in those messages, it still stick within me. But I'm just a little more aware that it's just a message. It's just a recording. But it seems so damn rare. And it keeps me separated from others. You know, so is it possible that we can be, I'm not saying anybody else here is conditioned, but it's possible that I can be aware when it's just a message and it's not the truth. It's not who I am. It's just something that's been given to me from television, society, from the neighborhood. You know, it's possible to be aware. You understand what I'm talking about?
I understand where you're coming from. That's the problem.
So, it reminds me of somebody that's just playing loud music and train and so much curse words and they don't care. They just jamming by themselves and everybody looking like, what the hell is wrong with you? You know what I mean? So I just didn't care. I was for self and not really for self because I wanted to kill myself. So I was focused on everybody abandoning me and I didn't realize I abandoned my damn self. You're crazy. So, what I'm doing here with Omar is fighting that. Because I was suicidal and it took me so long to realize that and it hurts even to say that. And I know people feel the same way where they can't tell their story and they sitting on the floor every night even though they got a couch. They just anxiety ridden. They don't know why they do the things they do. And if I could snatch people back from that suicidal gate that I was in, I will. You know, I started doing art, writing little quotes next to it so people could look. And then I realized they just scroll past it anyway. And I stopped doing art. I'm like, people don't want this. And then I started writing books. And I'm like, oh, people think I'm smart because I'm an author and I thought they would read my books. And nobody that I knew read my books. It took people from out of the country to buy my books. I said, oh shit, what is this? People really don't care about me. Am I that bad of a person? Really? I don't got no friends. I don't got people to support me. Nothing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I said, oh hell no. I gotta make a change. If I kill myself now, nobody's gonna remember me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna snatch it back. I'm gonna snatch people back from themselves the way I had to snatch myself back from myself. Because I am scared. And there's other people that are super scared and they don't know how to say it. They don't even know they speak. Some people have new trauma, like it just pops up right then and there, and they don't know how to deal with it because they haven't had to deal with it their whole life. Me, I've been dealing with trauma all.
So I was in my 30s. The light that y'all have seen continues to grow as you walk through your truth and the light that emanates within you.
Ourselves down. So when do we have the freedom to get out of that until we're broken enough to start building ourselves back up from that broken place? Once we then find the circles, the groups, the people, like-mindedness into building together.
Is it a cooler?
It's a systemic cycle that continues to happen until you're connected with it. So I applaud you all for having this event. I applaud you all for bringing these this open forum opportunity, because this having conversations like this needs to happen a whole lot more, and it's hard. So you're gonna get, for the first maybe couple of hours or whatever of the event, you're gonna get hesitation because people are looking for what to connect to and how to pour out and tell their story. So many people pray and look for the opportunity in the moment to have spaces like these to just share out, where it's not about not sharing out for solutions, but sharing out for connections. And the more it's present in front of people's face, even if it's 3 people that show up, that's an intimate conversation. So many people get so much more out of an intimate conversation in a large group, and then some people get so much more out of the large group than the intimate. People, what I've learned in my walk, because I've been disappointed in multiple ways, I have a similar story like the lady over here that shared, where I was doing a project in the community and the council member, assembly, all of them came together and shut down the project because they weren't a part of it. And so I too had to bite that bullet because it was tactically had to figure out how to maneuver going forward, seeing as I'm a new organization and I don't want to burn my bridges. I need to know how to strategically move forward in that. And as I'm moving forward, I'm actually building more support and ground from the local grassroots community because they were a part of that movement. So they're seeing it from both sides of the coin. So I tell people to keep on fighting, keep holding up the fight and moving strong. Like, go forward. We're gonna have these roadblocks. We're gonna have these doubts. We're gonna be met with resilience. We're gonna be met with people that want to shut us down, but we're resilient and we'll push through it. So, and I'm complete.
As black men and women, we don't share about it. I know maybe other groups don't share about it either. We all failed at something. I got let back in school. Very intimidated about it. The feelings have never left. And so I learned to deal with those feelings and emotions. Today, I work in the schools. I work in the schools as a therapist in first grade grades. We also have accomplished and have 2 degrees. From being so slow in schooling, being joked on and pushed at and poked at because of my size at that time. I know how people feel, especially with mental health. I work in the mental health field as well. I have. And I work with veterans, and I'm a vet. And I understand something. One other thing I don't want to post about, but today is my birthday. I'm not going to say the year, November 8th is my birthday.
Brother,
You won.
both of us. November 8th?
Got a birthday lady over here.
November 8th?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you, I'm 80 today.
Scorpio.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is a copy of my book from that.
Huh?
It also has a journal in it. Everybody has a, what they call a summit, a mountain that they need to climb. And until you get to the top of your mountain, you can't see over to the other side. And so I talk about that, and I ask everybody to journal. And in my book, there is a journal that's privileged for everybody, so they can see their own areas of difficulty. Everybody doesn't deal with substance abuse, but anything we do in excess is an addiction. So everybody consider that. I speak about that because I know about this from a lot of different places.
Sorry.
But that was my kind of music right there.
Sorry.
No, you don't have to be sorry at that. Take me too. But I've learned in this process that what is important is for us to unite. You know, we keep talking about other ethnicities and other cultures and how we gotta deal with them and contend with them and why we haven't moved forward. But I believe until as a people we move forward internally with ourselves, can't move on further with anybody else. And I've taken this position like, I don't look at the past as far as looking at blaming someone. What am I doing with self today to initiate that move? You know, I think the young people, when I was working as a therapist,
If you're tired, you don't have to stay for the whole thing.
different diagnoses
You don't have to.
that
If you're
require
tired.
medication. Yes. First through 8th graders on medication. And I gave all my students a diagnosis of adjustment order. Adjustment order is diagnosis where they don't get receive medication because they're in that process of growing. And a lot of children, if treated appropriately and given love and direction, will outgrow those inabilities most of the time, especially through prayer. I want to say too that I had the way I taught at school in that therapy. We had sandbox and we had an art form. I'm an artist. I do portraits and all of those things. I would have them draw a person and a tree in a house. And when they would draw a house and a tree and a person, I said, who's in that house? I had 2 first graders. He said, me and my brother. I said, who's your brother? He's on the top of the bed. Who are you? I'm under the bed. Why are you laughing? Because my brother's on the top of the bed with a girl. Where's your mother? She's at work. First grade grades can't tell you what's going on with them internally, what they're suffering from, whether it be abuse, anger issues. There's a reason for all of those diagnoses. But I don't think they have to be treated initially. Because once you put a person on medication, they'll be stuck on medication. And so I believe that, again, more important than what I was just referring to is unity. They just have to come together as a people. And it takes a family to raise a family. I heard that before. You know, and working together. When I